and gentlemen, how are you doing? I hope you are doing great, and I just want to sympathize with the family of those who have lost their dear ones in the COVID virus outbreak and from other illnesses. I just want to use this opportunity to have us to pray for a minute of silence to pray for those who are dead. All right, thank you for this. And for those who are sick now, I hope you get well. I hope you saw my video for last week, how I conquer the symptoms of COVID virus, so you should watch that. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Kate Regu. I'm the host of this show. I'm the director and CEO of Triumph in the Midst of Adversity.com. I'm a motivational speaker. I'm a life coach and I'm a strategy consultant. And you can check my website out for more details of what I do. Great, excellent. I had promised you last week I was going to do an additional video to help you with symptoms of COVID virus. If you want more, I haven't seen any of your requests. So if you're happy with what I've done so far and it's working for you, that's great. But if you have done all that I've shared with you and you think you still need more help, then there's one last one that I could share with you as well. All right, great. So today I'm going to share with you stress management techniques. As human beings, we go through difficult situations, either major or minor, at different times in our lives. So it's important we have the right techniques to handle stress, as that is going to help us to be a better person, help us in our relationship, in our business, and our daily lives. Great. So as humans, we're prone to go through difficult situations, but how you choose to handle it will determine the outcome that we get. And that is why I really find this, at this difficult situation now with the COVID virus outbreak, with other illnesses, deaths, coming so rampant, talking about 5G coming up, and the concern everyone is having on the virus vaccine and all that going on at the minute. It can be overwhelming for a lot of people. For example, the German prime minister who took his life due to the COVID virus stress. So I really think that this is the right time for me to share these tips with people out there, because if you're going through a difficult situation and you're getting overwhelmed, it's not because your difficulties are more than others, okay? The people who have gone through several adverse situations, like myself, who have managed, the stress level and be able to, live their daily lives, to relate to people normally. So that's why I want to share some tips with you. And the first tip I want to share with you today is life difficulties is what help you to learn, to know, and to develop yourself to get a better version of yourself. So if you're seeing a difficult situation as negative, as something that is bad all the time, you will approach it with a negative attitude. So the first thing you must do in a difficult situation, you must have the positive attitude. Have a positive attitude in any difficult situation you're going through. Know that it is possible for you to overcome it, and how you actually see it will determine how you choose to handle it as well, and that is what is going to determine the outcome that you get. So for instance, in a difficult situation, what do? You tell me, what do you do in a difficult situation? Leave your comment underneath this video and I'll tell you what I do. One thing again that's so important, you must know that success, great success is usually perceived from failures. So if you're having a challenging time, which is normal with humans, instead of seeing it as a problem, see it as a challenge and see it as an unexpected opportunity. Okay, so if you were going through a difficult situation and the expectations that you have, your goals that you've set is not being reached, it's usual as a human being for you to be emotional, sometimes can be frustrated. But having said that, you need to have a different approach from now onwards. Have a positive attitude. Have approach things positively. Know that it is possible even in a difficult situation. I approach my life my life difficulties, my adverse situations with what I called, a winner mindset. Meaning that even in the difficulties, I see victory. Even in my challenging situation, in my adverse situation, I see success. That is how I approach it. And that is why you can see me like this. Anytime I check my blood pressure, I'm fine. Even if I've had, things that would have really, really challenged me for years, I am still standing strong. It's not because I'm a superwoman. It's not because I'm not feeling, the impact of what is happening, but because of the approach. I've chosen to approach, the approach I've chosen to handle difficult situation, and I believe that you can do the same. Okay, I believe you can do the same, guys. So in a difficult situation, instead of just seeing it as a problem, as I said, see it as a challenge, see it as an unexpected opportunity, see it as a task that is ahead of you, and figure out how you can tackle it and approach it. If it's needed to be broken down, to smaller step, you do it. Okay, if you need to talk to someone about it who can listen to you, can understand you, you do that as well. But what you must not do is not to keep things, approach your challenges negatively. And also, to help you, I would advise you surround yourself with people who are positive minded as well, because it's a fact that you are the average of the 5 people that you surround yourself with. So if the people that you talk to more often, people you relate to, people you do business with, are people who are negative, then you stand the chance of being a negative person yourself. Okay, so great. And also, if you are the type of person that you think, oh my god, these things has happened to me in this situation, so that is what you should hang on to, and make yourself aware that the action that you take and the decision that you make in handling your difficult situation is what is paramount. Not also, in a difficult situation, what do you say to yourself? What you say to yourself matters a lot. So if someone who is not optimistic, if you are not a positive person, it's a time for you to learn how to do that now. Okay, see a difficult situation as an opportunity, and see it as something you can handle, see it as something you can overcome, and don't see it as something that's come to get you stuck. And if you think you're stuck, seek for help. Okay, I would rather prefer you to go through the APPSALA 8 key strategies, which I shared in my Facebook, Triumph in the Midst of Adversity, because that strategy is been tested, and indeed I can say it works. So that's what I use even in the COVID symptoms. I applied it as well. I've used it for several adverse situations in my life, and it keeps you still even in the midst of storm. It makes you still, and I believe you can handle, you can actually run with that strategy yourself. I will leave the link underneath this video so you can grab a copy of that book on Amazon or on Ludo, whatever platform you choose to buy it. But it's good for you to prepare yourself for it. Just look at the German Prime Minister losing his life because of stress of COVID virus. Do you know how much fortune people have made from this COVID-19 outbreak? The coronavirus, do you know how much people have made? Do you know how much business ideas people have come up with? Oh my goodness. So I must say to you, it's not because you're going through more difficult situation than others. It's because you probably lack the managerial skill, to manage your stress level. So that is what you must learn, that in a difficult situation, how you choose to handle it will determine the outcome that you get. So the situation you go through, do you realize it is neutral? How you deal with it It's different from how I'm dealing with it, and it's different from how someone else will deal with it. But the situation itself is neutral. So how you choose to deal with it is going to determine the outcome that you get. So it's not the situation itself that is, that is making you stress, but it's how you choose to deal with it. Because that same situation that made some people comatose have actually given some people greater ideas to move their life forward. Okay, so that is what you must learn from this video, that we must learn how to manage stress, and you must create time, to figure this out. Because if you don't, it's going to affect your relationship, it's going to affect your work, it might affect your business, it might affect people that you relate to on a daily basis, or your daily life, style. So it's very key that we learn how to manage stress, because it's better you handle it with a positive mindset than a negative mindset. Because you can't do both at the same time, guys. It's either you choose the positive or the negative. So I have chosen the positive. What have you chosen? Have you chosen to speak negativity in a difficult situation? Okay, great. Another thing that could help you to handle stress or to manage stress successfully is to actually interpret the difficult situation or the difficulties you're going through differently. For instance, if you're going through a very difficult time, you can tell yourself it's a challenging time for you, or it's an unexpected opportunity. So you don't take it as if, you don't take it to the extreme. Even though it's happening to you, you can make yourself, separate that situation from who you truly are, separate from yourself, and deal with it as a situation or as a challenge, rather than letting that to actually control your whole person. Okay, great. So, and also, I want to also advise that in a challenging situation, how we, you know, who we discuss with, who we share our challenging situation with. Also, I want to say